You walk into a room, and instantly you feel the weight of 100 eyes. You think they're all staring at you, judging you, measuring you. But here's the raw truth. Nobody's really looking. Everyone's too busy fighting their own battles. Everyone's too busy hiding their own scars. Everyone's too busy wondering what you think about them. Do you see the game? The same way you think they're looking at you, they're thinking you're looking at them. And in the end, nobody cares. You skip opportunities because you think, what will they say? You hide your talents because you think, what if I fail? And they laugh. You even stop yourself from wearing something simple, old, or different. Because in your mind, the crowd is watching, but they're not. They never were. Go stand on a street corner. Watch how fast people walk. Every face is locked in their own storm. Their debts, their heartbreaks, their insecurities. Nobody has time to keep track of you. And yet, you live as if the world is keeping score.
At 90 years old, sitting in silence, they don't regret failure. They regret fear.
They regret wasting their youth living like prisoners, too afraid to chase their calling because they thought the crowd was watching. But the crowd never cared. They were never even there. You'll sit in that chair one day, whispering to yourself, I could have started that business. I could have spoken my truth. I could have painted, written, traveled, loved, lived free. But I didn't. Because I was scared of eyes that never looked. Words that were never spoken. Judgments that never existed. And here's the most dangerous part. You clean your body every day. You shower, you shave, you dress, you iron, because the body is what the world can see. But the soul, you leave it untouched, unwashed, uncared for, because nobody else can see it. And yet, when the body returns to dust, the soul is the only thing left. The soul is the only thing that matters. And the soul is the only thing you will answer for. So let me ask you, why do you spend your entire life trying to look good on the outside, while your inside screams for attention? Why do you pretend to be happy for strangers, while your own spirit is starving? Why do you silence your calling just to fit into a crowd that's too busy pretending themselves? Here's the truth. The world is full of actors. People smiling while they're broken. People posting happiness while crying at night. People pretending to be confident, successful, powerful, when inside they're terrified. Everyone's pretending. Everyone's hiding. Everyone's chasing attention they'll never get. And in that chaos, the only person you can be, the only person you must be, is yourself. Because Allah did not create you as a copy. He created you as a masterpiece. A one of one. A soul with fingerprints that will never exist again in history. So stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for applause. Stop waiting for someone to come save you. Nobody's coming. Nobody cares. And the moment you accept that truth, you'll stop living in fear. You'll stop waiting for permission. You'll stop pretending. And you'll finally start to live. Not for them, not for likes, not for eyes that are watching, but for you, for your soul, for your creator. That is where freedom begins. Every morning, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you pick your clothes carefully, you spray perfume, you iron the wrinkles out of your shirt. Why? Because you know the world will see you, and you don't want to be judged. The world will never see the part of you that actually matters. They will never see your soul, and so you neglect it. You leave it dusty, dirty, heavy with sins, filled with envy, anger, bitterness, resentment, because no one is watching. But let me ask you, when the body decays, when the mirror no longer matters, when the lights stop coming, when your name fades from memory, what is left? Your soul. And that soul is not invisible to the one who created it. You can hide it from the crowd, but you can never hide it from Allah.
Think about this. You would never walk into a wedding in filthy clothes. You would never go to work unshowered, unkept, unpresentable. You'd be embarrassed. You'd panic because everyone could see.
But every day you walk into the presence of your Creator with a soul unwashed, with jealousy in your heart, with grudges you refuse to release, with lies you keep hidden, and you don't even flinch because you think nobody can see it, but He can. That's why depression eats people alive. That's why anxiety grips people in silence. Because the outside looks clean, but the inside is rotting. The soul is sick and no one is treating it. Do you know how to clean your soul? It starts with honesty. It starts with admitting the poison you carry. Forgiveness, repentance, gratitude, prayer, service, love. That's the soap of the soul. That's the water of the spirit. And when you start washing the inside, you'll notice something. Your body becomes lighter. Your mind becomes clearer. Your heart becomes freer. You stop caring about judgment because you're finally in alignment with the one that matters. So ask yourself, when was the last time you took a shower for your soul? When was the last time you purified your inside with the same energy you put into fixing your hair? Because one day when this body is lowered into the ground, your skin, your style, your haircut won't follow you, only your soul will. And if you spent your whole life polishing the outside while leaving the inside dark, you didn't live. You pretended. That's why cleaning your soul is not optional. It's survival. It's the only thing that will keep you alive.
Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself at 90. Your body is weak. Your hands tremble. You walk slow with a cane in your hand. The mirror doesn't recognize you anymore. And you sit in silence, remembering.
Not the trophies, not the clothes, not the compliments, but the moments you could have lived and didn't. You'll think back to the day you wanted to start painting, but you didn't, because someone might laugh. You'll remember the time you wanted to start a business, but you didn't, because people would say, what if you fail? You'll remember the love you didn't confess, the trip you didn't take, the prayer you didn't make, the dream you didn't chase, because you thought someone was watching you. But here's the brutal truth. No one was. We live our lives like cameras are pointed at us. We walk down the street, imagining people are noticing our shoes. We sit in a room full of strangers thinking they're judging our every word. We hide our true selves. We kill our dreams. We shrink our souls for eyes that are not even looking. Because everyone else is too busy doing the same thing. Everyone is worried about themselves. Nobody is watching you the way you think they are. And when you're 90, sitting in that chair, you'll realize the saddest truth of all. You wasted your life hiding from ghosts. You let the illusion of judgment stop you. You let invisible eyes steal your one chance at living. Tell me, what's worse? Failing in front of others, or never trying at all? What's worse? wearing old clothes and being real, or hiding behind fashion and never feeling free? What's worse, being laughed at once or regretting for eternity?
Picture this. You're 90, and you whisper to yourself, I could have, but I didn't. Not because you weren't capable, not because you weren't chosen, but because you cared too much about people who never cared about you.
So if you're still breathing right now, you've been given a gift. Time. A second chance. A warning shot from the future. Don't waste it. Control your life. Because one day when you're 90, you'll wish you had lived louder. You'll wish you had lived freer. You'll wish you had been you. And the tragedy is, nobody would have cared anyway.
Look around you. Everywhere you go, people are pretending. Pretending to be happy. Pretending to be rich. Pretending to be confident. Pretending to have it all figured out.
Social media has turned life into a stage. Everyone's an actor. Everyone's chasing applause. But behind closed doors, they're crying. They're empty. They're lost.
And here's the trap. You look at them and think, they're doing so well. Maybe I should be like them. So you copy their smile. You copy their lifestyle. You copy their habits. And piece by piece, you bury your own soul. But the truth, you'll never beat them at being them. You can only beat them at being you. Allah didn't create copies. He created originals. Every fingerprint is different. Every soul is unique. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out. But instead of polishing our soul, we polish our appearance. We clean our bodies. We buy new clothes. We style our hair, but inside, the soul is dirty. The heart is rusted. The spirit is ignored. Why? Because nobody can see it. But let me ask you, when you're lying in bed at night, who do you hear? Your followers? Your neighbors? The strangers in the street? No. You hear your soul. You hear that quiet voice that asks, why are you pretending? Why are you hiding me? That voice will never leave you. It will chase you until you listen. Here's the paradox. The world doesn't notice your clothes, but it feels your energy. The world doesn't care about your shoes, but it remembers your soul. A pure soul walks into a room and changes it. A fake smile fools nobody. So stop trying to be noticed. Start trying to be remembered. Think of the legends we admire. Prophets, leaders, creators. They didn't pretend. They didn't copy. They stood as themselves. Flawed, different, unique. And that's why they could move the world.